All right, one bold prediction. My bold prediction is Kristaps Porzingis will be an all-star. If anyone here listens to the Bibs Corner podcast, I made this same bold prediction there, and I'll repeat it here. I think that he'll be an all-star, and here's why. Last year, I didn't remember this. He finished 9th in total voting, but he was 7th in fan voting and 11th in player voting. And I know that doesn't sound great, 7th and 11th, but that was...
Should have been an all-star.
Well, that was in December and January when he was averaging like 17 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
So the last 5 games in the bubble, he averaged like 29 and 8. So if he can average something like 25 and 9 and they're a top 4 team based on last year's voting, I think he gets in.
Domantas Sabonis got in with 17. Kyle Lowry got in averaging 6 points
East,
a game.
You know, it's
or
the
something stupid like that.
It's the East.
Yeah. But yeah, okay.
That's my bold prediction.
I haven't really thought about a bold prediction. I don't know if that one's really that bold.
Wow.
Yeah, just gonna say
well,
that.
You
throw
don't
yours
have,
under the.
You don't have one at all.
I would say my bold prediction is that Dorian will ultimately be moved to the bench.
That's not really a bold prediction.
I think it is, knowing Carlisle. I think it's a huge.
It's not a bold prediction. I don't think it is.
And James Johnson will ultimately be the starting 4. I think the starting 5 for the Mavs by the end of the season will be Luka, Richardson, Hardaway, James Johnson, and Porzingis.
So why James Johnson over Dorian Finney-Smith?
I just think it's a better fit. I think it adds a little bit more strength, which the Mavs, if you're doing Porzingis and Dorian and Hardaway and whatever, there's not a lot of strength, not a lot of muscle on that team. And I think James Johnson adds a little bit more muscle, a little bit more strength. He's not going to get bullied by Kawhi or LeBron. He can still guard wings.
You'll think he'll be the guy that guards them?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was one thing, like, with Dorian. He is a really good defender. But yeah, his frame is a little smaller. So like a lot of times you would have Maxey guarding LeBron, guys like that.
And my other point to that is when you do play bigger teams, you don't have to change your lineup.
Yeah.
When you play the Lakers, you can keep James Johnson because he can also guard Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
And so I think that's why James Johnson ultimately, in my opinion, should be the opening day starter. I'm not saying he's a great player, but I just think for the fit and what the Mavs are trying to do, James Johnson should be the starting 4, Porzingis the starting 5.
He can guard Anthony Davis? Really? You think so?
Better than Dorian?
Well,
I mean, better than Dwight Powell.
But was Dorian even guarding Anthony Davis?
Well, when you played the Lakers, the Mavs would have to change their lineup.
Okay.
What I'm saying is you don't want to be in a situation where you have to adjust to the other team. Make the other teams adjust to you.
Yeah, make the other team adjust to you.
So I think if you have James Johnson out there as your starting 4, then he can be the guy guarding power forwards, whether they're big power forwards or whether they're wing power forwards.
Yeah, he and Dorian are the same height. They're both 6'7". But Dorian, at least he's listed as weighing 220 pounds compared to James Johnson, 240 pounds.
Yeah, it's an extra 20 pounds. That's a lot.
Muscle.
First of all, 220. I'm 230. I know that is really fat.
Well, that's all muscle, though.
Yeah, right. It's all gut.
You're a very muscular...
Just let's stop. Okay. So anyways, but stretch me out to 6'7", and I'd be a pencil. You know? Okay. That's a really weird analogy. Can we edit that out, or are we just going to roll with that?
No, I'm going to leave that one in there.
So, yeah, it's 220 to be 6'7" is a really skinny guy. And I think that 20 extra pounds helps you with the strength. Kawhi's not going to push you around. You don't have to change your lineup.
Yeah.
And if he does get switched on a guard, he can hold his own.
Well, that's why guys like LeBron are so, because they're so big and strong. Yeah. That's one reason why I wanted Jay Crowder, because he's a lot like Dorian, but he's just bigger and stronger. Yeah. And so James Johnson, kind of the same thing. I mean, I think you're right in terms of fit. I think it makes a lot of sense. Now,
Carlisle loves him some Dorian.
And is he actually good enough to make that fit work outside of just the physical part of it? Like, can he actually do that?
You can go to you can go to LA or Oklahoma City, Phoenix, Boston, and they know who James Johnson is. Fans, casual fans, know who James Johnson is. Nobody's going to know Dorian.
You don't think that's just because he played in Miami?
No. I think he's got a reputation. He's a quality player. I think he's a system guy. He's got to be right in the right system for him to be really effective. And again, I'm not saying he's a great player. I just think he is a better, and I don't even know if he's even better than Dorian as a basketball player.
Yeah, I was going to say Dorian has a better defensive box plus minus.
It's just the fit.
And more defensive win shares.
It's just how many minutes did James Johnson play last year and what team?
True. 2020.
Anyways, that wasn't my point. My point wasn't to compare them as players.
No, you're right.
It's more of the fit.
Yeah.
Dorian is probably a better player, but as far as the fit, I think James Johnson is a better fit for the Mavs starting lineup.
Okay.